SEO's changed, and so has the way people discover businesses online. If you're a business owner right now, you're probably hearing a lot of opinions about SEO and AI, and not a lot of clear answers. Some people are saying AI has replaced search entirely. Others are pushing new tactics and shortcuts. So I want to zoom out for a few minutes and explain what SEO really looks like today, what hasn't changed, and how AI actually fits into all of this. SEO isn't about gaming Google anymore. It's about whether your website clearly explains who the business helps, what it does, and why it matters. Google and AI are just the most literal readers in the room. If your site is confusing to humans, it's confusing to machines too. A good example of this is a before and after from the state attorney's website. The original site didn't clearly explain what made the practice different. It didn't even list the services on the homepage. Once the site clearly communicated who the practice helps and what it does, it became easier for both people and search engines to understand the work. Modern SEO is a byproduct of clarity. Clear structure, clear language, clear intent. When people understand what they're looking at, they stay longer, click deeper, and take action. And search engines notice that behavior. Visibility today becomes being understandable, not clever. A lot of the technical basics still matter, they're just not the stars anymore. Things like headings, clean URLs, alt text, speed, mobile friendliness. These aren't growth strategies, they're foundational website hygiene. They won't magically boost a site, but missing them absolutely will hold it back. The biggest SEO issues I see are technical, they're clarity problems. For example, on the first site on the left, there's no clear services list. You land on the page, and after a short intro, you immediately see blog topics, but you have to hunt around to figure out what the business actually offers. In the middle example, the site's trying to speak to too many audiences at once: patients, employers, and physicians. So it's not clear who the site is really for. And in the example on the right, there's no obvious next step. Even if the content's good, visitors aren't guided toward what to do next. None of these are algorithm problems, they're communication problems. Good SEO happens when a page answers one clear question for one specific audience using language they actually use. Not keyword stuffing, not blog volume, clarity first. When that's in place, SEO tends to take care of itself. This wireframe shows how that kind of clarity gets structured on a homepage, starting with who it's for, what makes it different, and what's offered, proof, and a clear next step. AI didn't replace search, it changed how information gets surfaced. AI tools still rely on existing content, clear explanations, and signals of trust. If your content isn't clear, AI can't confidently summarize it or recommend it. So AI doesn't eliminate SEO, it actually raises the bar for clarity. But content marketing still matters. But what matters more now is brand recognition, brand reputation, and brand recommendations. AI doesn't invent recommendations, it doesn't guess which businesses to surface. It confirms credibility patterns that already exist across the web. If a business is hard to understand or inconsistent in how it shows up, AI simply doesn't have enough signal to recommend it. So visibility is built in layers. At the base is the content, your website pages, service descriptions, FAQs. That's the raw material search engines and AI can read. Next is recognition, describing the business in the same way everywhere. On the website, on LinkedIn, in referrals, same language, same focus, same story. Recognition is what businesses say about themselves. Reputation is what others confirm. Reputation comes from signals outside the website, things like reviews, mentions, citations, links, press. These are all different ways the internet confirms a business exists, is consistent, and is trusted, not just what it says about itself. Being talked about and being linked to are different signals, but both contribute to trust. At the top are recommendations. This is what AI is optimized for. AI doesn't discover here, it confirms. This is when search engines and AI feel confident summarizing or suggesting a business. Most businesses focus only on content, but visibility comes from being recognizable across all of these layers. If any of these sound familiar, people check us out but don't reach out. Our site explains what we do but doesn't feel like us. We do great work, but the website doesn't reflect it. There are a few other versions of this on the screen, but they all point to the same issue. That's usually not a traffic problem, it's a clarity problem. And that's the kind of work I focus on. When a website is built around real people, how they think, search, and decide, both search engines and AI can do their job better. Clear beats clever, structure beats volume, and trust beats tricks. The simplest way I've found to explain all of this is this: SEO helps a business be found, and AI helps it be chosen.